What's up, guys? We got the Texas preview. I'm going to tell you who the numbers say will win, who I say will win, and why. Coming up next. Alright, before we get started, if you like the content, please feel free to subscribe down below. Alright, let's get into it. As always, I like to take the last 6 races, and the previous winners of the last 6 races are Kyle Busch with 2, Kevin Harvick with 2, Denny Hamlin with 1, and Austin Dillon also has 1 win. Alright, and if you're setting those fantasy lineups, of course, average finish is important. So, with an average finish of 5.5, you've got Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch is second, Joey Logano third, Kurt Busch, Erik Jones, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney. Christopher Bell has an average finish of 12th, but that is only with 2 races. So Austin Dillon and Aric Almirola would actually be your 10th if you're looking for a guy who has had all 6 races instead of Christopher Bell, who has only course run 2. Equally as important when you're setting that fantasy lineup is who has the most top 5s at a racetrack. So Kevin Harvick has 4, he leads the way, and then there are several guys with 3. Ryan Blaney, Erik Jones, Joey Logano, and Kyle Busch each have 3. And finally, if you want to look at who possibly can win this race, laps led is a pretty good indicator usually. So with 451 laps led, no one is even close. Kevin Harvick is your laps leader. Kyle Busch is second with 301. Ryan Blaney third with 255. Erik Jones, surprised me again, with 112 laps led, and Aric Almirola with 101 laps led. All right, so with those numbers in mind, Kevin Harvick has got to be your clear favorite by the numbers. Kyle Busch would be your second favorite by the numbers. But Stewart-Haas Racing has been off with the 550 package at the intermediate tracks this year. I don't know if they got off or they didn't put as much emphasis on it. Because apparently the 550 package doesn't win you a championship, as they proved last year with 9 wins, and they didn't even get to the final round. So I don't know if they took their eye off the ball, or if that's just not something that's important to them as it was last year. But if you look at the intermediates this year, Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick Motorsports have been the 2 clear favorites. So if you're picking Toyota, you would have to say Kyle Busch, obvious favorite. And if you're picking Hendrick, pretty much any of your Hendrick cars would be, favorites. Kyle Larson obviously won the All-Star race, so he would have to be a lot of people's favorites. However, let's look at drivers you should stay away from before you pick that Hendrick driver as your favorite. And with drivers you want to stay away from, first off, Chase Elliott only has 1 top 10 and an average finish of 15.67 at this racetrack. This has not been a great track for him, so Chase Elliott is one guy you want to stay away from. And by the numbers, another guy you want to stay away from is, even though he won the All-Star race, Kyle Larson has an average finish of 23rd here and 2 DNFs. Now this season, you obviously can't count Kyle Larson out, but historically, by the numbers, this has not been a great track for Kyle Larson. And also, Brad Keselowski has not been good at this track with an average finish of 22.5 and 2 DNFs as well. And even though he has won a race previously here, I would also stay away from Denny Hamlin, who has an average finish of 20.33. So although he could possibly get you a win, just remember he is a high-risk, high-reward pick here, because even though he has won, he has a terrible average finish. All right, let's take a look at some of your fantasy sleepers, or just sleepers in general. Like I said earlier, Erik Jones surprised me here. He has 112 laps led, and he has 3 top 5s. That is pretty good. Now, he is in petty equipment. Petty equipment has not traditionally been fast at intermediates, but if they give him anything to drive here, Erik Jones knows how to get the job done. If you're a little sketched out about picking Erik Jones because he's in that slower equipment, Aric Almirola would be a nice pick as well. He has led 101 laps here, and he has a great average finish, and he has several top 5s as well. So Aric Almirola would be a great sleeper pick. And also, like I said, Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson are on your stay away from list. So if you're picking a Hendrick driver, because they've been good at these intermediates, Alex Bowman and William Byron would not be bad picks here as sleepers. All right, that is all I've got for you on the recap today. If you like the content, please subscribe down below. And if you got a comment, leave it down in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win this race? And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.